In a quiet valley where mist touched the green hills each morning, there lived an old woman named Amma. Her little cottage stood at the edge of a small village, simple, weathered, but full of warmth. Wildflowers bloomed around her door, and the scent of lemongrass drifted in the breeze. Life had taken much from Amma, her husband long gone, her children only memories she never had. Yet her eyes still held the calm glow of someone who had made peace with the passing of time. Her only companion was Poppy, a small hen with white feathers and tiny black spots that looked like ink drops on paper. Poppy followed her everywhere into the garden, by the stream, even when Amma prayed beneath the old banyan tree. Each dawn, as sunlight touched the hills, Poppy would lay one warm, perfect egg. Amma would lift it with both hands and whisper, "One is enough, my dear. May our hearts always know when enough is enough." Half the egg she would eat for breakfast, and half she saved for dinner. The rest of her day flowed with gentle rhythm, watering her plants, humming old songs, and smiling at children who passed by her gate. Her life was small, but it was full of moments that needed no more. Then, one morning, Poppy laid 2 eggs. Amma blinked, surprised, and chuckled softly. "Ah, you've been blessed with extra love today." She cooked one and carried the second to the market, exchanging it for a little rice and a piece of sweet jaggery. When Poppy continued to lay 2 eggs every day, neighbors began to notice. "Sell both," one said. "Feed her better, maybe she'll give 3. Another laughed. "You could make a business, Amma." But Amma only smiled. "One for me, and one to share. That is enough." Every day she gave 1 egg to someone in need, a hungry child, a tired mother, an old man by the roadside. She never asked for thanks, but somehow her presence brought calm wherever she went. People began to call her Egg Amma, saying her kindness tasted sweeter than sugar. Then came the monsoon. Rain fell without mercy, flooding the fields, washing away crops and dreams alike. Villagers struggled to find food, and fear hung in the damp air. Yet, each morning, Poppy still laid 2 eggs, and Amma's hands never stopped giving. She boiled, pickled, and packed them into small baskets, walking through the storm to leave them quietly by doors of those who were hungry. One day, when the rain finally slowed, a group of villagers came to her door. "Amma," they said, "why didn't you sell the eggs when times were good? You could have been rich. You could have had more." Amma smiled, her face lined with peace. "My children," she said softly, "true wealth is not in what we keep, but in what we give. Happiness does not grow in the soil of more. It blossoms in gratitude in the heart that says, 'This is enough,' and still chooses to share." Poppy clucked and nestled by her feet as if to agree. That evening, as the sun broke through the clouds and painted the world gold, the villagers understood. They saw that Amma had always been the richest among them, rich not in possessions, but in peace. And so, in that quiet village by the green hills, people began to live a little differently to share their bread, to smile more often, to say, "One is enough." For in giving, they found a secret that Amma had always known. When we lift others with love, our own hearts heal, and suddenly even the smallest cottage becomes a palace of light.